कैसा लग रहा हो भाई? अच्छा,
हॉट लग रहे हो, हॉट।
आई शाबाश। म्यूट करो भाई ज़ारा को, अजीब अजीब बातें कर रही। Alright, आफाज जुल्फे, knock knock, anyone home? We are at home. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, coaches, you guys wanna come here, or you guys logged in from there? Alright, cool. All right, so we've got Harsher, Imran, Haris, Afaz, Insia, Zara. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are 4 weeks in our transformation challenge. Next week, as you all know, is going to be our deload week. And what we're going to do is speak a little bit about what the deload week, or the importance of deload week. And what we're going to do is we're also going to be sharing a little bit of goals for deload week. Now, we're going to share, I'm going to share a little bit of knowledge that generally will help you understand the benefits of what deload week are going to do for you based on what we've done till now. As you all know, in this cycle, we've been working with a lot of repetitions, tempos. We've introduced different kind of uh, combinations of exercises that have put a lot of stress on the body and the muscle and the nervous system. Now, when we do these kind of when we do this kind of training, the body generally starts to get a lot of inflammation, right? Inflammation is basically when your body breaks down muscle, right? When your body breaks down muscle, or when your body is inflamed, it makes it difficult for it to repair or grow. And it's not necessarily that that's happening, like for example, if you're running a lot, or if you're doing some other kind of strenuous exercise, all of that affects your body's ability to repair and recover. And deload weeks are essentially important for your body to do that. When I say do that, I mean for the inflammation levels to go down, for the muscles to recover and replenish, and for the muscles to then in turn grow as a result of this, let's say, lower activity level. So in the next four days of the coming week, what we're going to be focusing on, we're still going to be working out, but what we'll be focusing on is lower intensity, lower reps, lower sets, and lower volume overall, and the loads are going to be lesser as well. Hopefully by Friday, the body is nice and active to go again. Friday, we're going to bump things up because it's going to be Big Friday. And we're going to try to kind of go a little higher on the intensity so that the body starts to uh, get back in the zone. And then from the week after, which is going to be week number 6, 7, and 8, we are going to be going at high, we are going to be ramping things up with higher volume, higher reps, and higher weights for the final push of the transformation challenge, which you're all already seeing benefits of. The other thing what this deload week will also do your body for is one thing that some of us are struggling with, which is plateauing, right? Because the body has been adapting to the 4 weeks that we've been doing of a particular pattern and particular movements, the body is now starting to adapt to the nature of the workouts. So once we shift gears in the deload a little bit, the body is then going to kind of start to guess what is happening, what's suddenly changed. And then when we come back in week 6 and we suddenly dive into a higher intensity phase of the cycle, which is basically the intensification or the peaking of it, which what we, when we're doing progressive programming, that's what it's called. That's when we're going to hopefully see the most response from the body, not just because it's recovered better in between, but also because now for the next 3 weeks, because we want to break free of the plateau that you might be experiencing. We want to see the maximum final results. Here's what we have to dial down on in the deload week. While we are reducing our volume, intensity, our recovery protocols, we have to now, the way we highlighted last week on the recovery, we have to maximize our attention towards our sleep, towards the nutrition, towards the supplements in terms of micronutrients. The reason for that is because while the training is lower and the body is recovering because of that, when we cushion it with these recovery protocols better, the recovery overall is going to be 10 times greater than the person who doesn't sleep well, who slips in their nutrition, and who isn't kind of still treating their body with the right supplements that it requires, regardless of the intensity of the training. The one mistake which I am guilty of as well is what we think is, because we are doing deload, we should stop eating, or we should stop having the protein shake, or we should reduce our calorie intake. No, that's not necessarily what you should be doing. You should still try to kind of keep replenishing your body the same way, so that your body is primed for what is about to happen after the deload week, so that the energy levels when you come back after deload are fucking on the rise and you are ready to push for the last end of the cycle, right? So these are some of the things that we have to be very, very careful about. But I know that a lot of us will get nervous. Oh my God, I was burning 600 calories on Monday after my Monday's workout. Now I only burnt 300. Should I reduce the calories that I'm intaking? You could. However, in my opinion, what I am going to suggest you to do is don't. Last week, we recommended go into a deficit. This week, I am not recommending anyone to go into a deficit. I want you to maintain the calories that you might have started taking in the deficit that you did last week. I want you to maintain that calorie count so that your energy levels and your replenishment of the muscles happen to the best ability. And then the week after deload, we pound into intensity and we go into it full throttle. Those are some of the suggestions that I have for you. We've been getting a lot of positive results on the group that people have been sharing. Some people have reduced their inches. Some people have seen difference in their body composition. Some people have seen differences in their weight on the scale. Some people have seen increase in their strength levels. Just this morning, Asher shared how he's been able to PR his one of his lifts. Some people have been pooping better, right? All of these things are signs of good health. And that ultimately is the goal of the transformation challenge, that through the 8 weeks, not only do you change in body composition and scale, but you also develop healthier habits. Now, I'm going to open the floor for any questions or any tension that you might be experiencing right now. I do have one question, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to start with the first question that we have. Are we doing the same cycle with more intensity? Good question. We aren't going to be doing the same cycle particularly. We will be spicing things up in terms of the movements. I'm going to be changing or tweaking the movements here and there a little bit so that the body um, gets back into a little bit of a guess system and it's a little bit in shock. Um, Even the movements that we are going to be repeating, they're going to be repeated in a way which are going to feel and be very different than what you have been experiencing. Right. Feel free to share any questions that you have. Any questions? Any questions that you might have shared on your accountability groups that you might not have received an answer to? मैं था उसमें से बी और आई और एल हट गया खैर है भाई किसी के कोई सवाल नहीं इमरान भाईजान आप कोई सवाल पूछ लो
यार मेरा तो 2 किलो वजन कम हो गया है, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो गई है।
ओह
Epic.
अभी हुआ है
This is amazing. With all the food.
अभी हुआ है माशाल्लाह
ये ऐसे सबको बोलने के लिए बोला है, कोई कम नहीं होगा। मेरी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन वजन बढ़ाना
अब
थी।
ये तुमने नजर की वजह से बोला है अब।
क्या सवाल है
Should I vary calories on the intense days? On my intense days training is totally.
Nadia, you want to take this question?
हेलो आवाज आ रही
उधर बंद होना पड़ेगा
so Ehfaz, yes,
Happy birthday, Nadia.
thank you Hashish.
अरे हैप्पी बर्थडे पापा।
Yes, you
थोड़ा
should
सवाल
do
पे छोड़ो।
on those days which you are running, that's mean you are working out twice a day. So what you can do the carb cycling for that. So जिस दिन तुम अगर 2 वर्कआउट नहीं कर रहे तो तुम उस दिन अपने कार्ब्स जो है वो मॉडरेट रखो और जिस दिन तुम अपनी रनिंग करते हो उस दिन तुम जो है कार्ब्स को थोड़ा हाई कर सकते हो. You should do that.
You should also suggest Afaz because I know that Afaz runs a lot and he's doing twice a session.
It's the same for Rabia.
Because it's deload week next week, I highly recommend that Afaz should be
Deloading
deloaded in his run as well. Because it doesn't really work
Yes.
especially
Yes.
if you're just deloading there
I
and
agree
then
with it.
experimenting with that.
I
For
agree
both
with it
Rabia
because
and Afaz.
everyone needs deload in every kind of workout. If you are taking the deload week in your weight training session, so you should do the deload week in running session also, in running workout also. So my suggestion is you should do the deload also from your running workout also. Okay? So, but that the solution you are asking from from me is that if you are doing 2 sessions per day on like you are doing the weight training in the morning or a running session in the evening, so you should do the carb cycling. So एक दिन अगर तुम तो उस दिन जिस दिन रनिंग कर रहे हो उस दिन तुम कार्ब की क्वांटिटी थोड़ी सी बढ़ा दो और जिस दिन रनिंग नहीं करते उस दिन तो अपनी जो है कार्ब्स को मॉडरेट रखो. ठीक है पर कर तो रहा है बेचारा यार. यस डीलोड ऑन रन टू बेचारा.
हाँ तो अभी बता रहा है ना वो. कर तो रहा है बेचारा. पहले से पता है हमें.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for wishing.
All right, cool. Anyone else has any questions? Can you mute yours? Okay. If no one has any questions, just to recap, guys. Since you guys have been generous enough, well, not generous enough, but you guys have been keen enough to join the call about the deload week. It would be great if whoever you guys talk to within the community enforce this idea of the importance of deload week. We are enforcing it as coaches, but through your own discussions, it will also get the importance. To don't. So again, because deload week is going to be changed in terms of training, keep your recovery protocols at the highest. Don't get nervous if you are burning less calories in deload week. Don't worry about that. This is going to help you replenish your body. It will help you feel full, look fuller. So if your muscles are feeling deflated, if your joints are hurting, all of that stuff, if your sleep is effective, if your digestion is affected, all of this because of higher intensity, higher protein intake, all of that changes that we've been making. This is the week that your body will regulate. Allow it to do it. Don't freak out. And then, and then the recovery protocols, like I said, sleep, food, and your supplements, keep them high. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate your time. See you Monday. Goodbye.